Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of...
Okay, Coach, this storied franchise in Dallas and their fans are hungry and hopeful to add another championship banner in the rafters as we settle in for some playoff football at AT&T Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys.
54. Get your swerve on.
Fights loose, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Winston. And Robinson with a big catch. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
16 yards. 55. Touchdown, defense. Buccaneers.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And that is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. And he comes back with one complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first down, they'll run with Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Call it a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Ready! 30 base. 58, right there. Go. Go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
You better bring it. Hard, hard.
Second and 4. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. The open man is Smith. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the interception, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and long for Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Yeah, baby, boom!
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike. Yeah. Here we
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's got some space here. A big run by Kareem Hunt. Give him 53 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it? 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Hey, let's go.
The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw.
We want it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. This is Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Tackles. Flip it.
The first down throw for Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rolling to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2nd and 13.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block. His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Down. 30 base. Kill. Recon. 132 fighter. Down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Check. 45. Exit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 45.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Hey, let's go.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Check 26. Check 26. Rock it. Let go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Did a shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely picked his lane, went with it, and converted. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in the game. Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas. Hey, here we go. 4-8. 51's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 52. Wide. Get wide. Kill. We're going to 54. Wide. 26.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down now, it's Elliott. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go. 4-8. Mike 51. Swear to hey. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Stay with 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down,
Cowboys. 57 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Hey, kill. 26. Let's get
out of the gun, it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
47. 57.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Switch gears. Check. Sponge. No. Back.
From the 30 on second down, Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Here we go. 51. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming. Here we go, 47. Coming after you. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch. Wait.
Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here we go, 46. 951. Not here. Here we go. Go to 54. Line in. Hot. Rotate. Spell. 51 the mic, boys. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Watch the ship.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after one.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
He's coming. He's coming.
This will be Dalton again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
We're going to 54. Let's go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check 55, Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 15 now, Dalton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Show it.
Dalton here from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but Let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Here we go.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First down.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Check.
At the Bengals.
6 guard.
10-yard line.
Check 6 guard.
On second and 7, Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, but now it'll be third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch there. Falls incomplete.
47. Under. 57's the mark. 26.
Here's Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bengals take over first and 10. At their own 3-yard
The
line.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check. Lucky. Mike's 54.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Weil now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
It's 2nd and goal at the 20-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Passing, it's Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Tighten up. Out, 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 out. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Twist, twist. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come, come.
Here you go, 368. Check 9, check 9.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 plays.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On play action, Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Ross on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Hands up! Lead! 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Regular. Come on. You better bring it.
Rush in.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late. I absolutely understand that, but remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, pick your game up.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I'm here all
At the
day.
Bengals' 34-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28.
Ezekiel Elliott on the carry. Sean Williams
Mike
brought him
51,
down.
Mike 51.
It's a gain of 6. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Crosby missed it. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here.
Regular.
Kill.
Heavy.
Kill.
Go.
Here's Dalton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Now that's the way to start the 2nd half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
He's 2-by-2. He's move. Here you go. Can.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
44-yard line.
Hey, here we go. You must be. We're going to 54. Wide in. Kill. Extreme. Come. 51's the mic, boy. 51.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Wide in. Then we're going to 53.
Hey, let's go.
26.
Prescott now from the 50.
Check it back.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Under crunch. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
3 and out.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Bernard. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch the ball.
Watch safety creep. Creeping.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Dalton. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you talk about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Kill. You think you're going to get this?
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
17-yard line.
Here we go. Slide. I'm coming after you. We're going to 50.
Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
When the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
To throw is Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 7, 57. Hey, kill. 47. Take 4. 26.
Prescott from the gun. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
SOS. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, kill. 26.
Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
93, 52, 93, 44. 44.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Check 52.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And he's going to go down again. Avery Moss, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Andy Dalton. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan.